Alvaro Molina. I'm the owner of Hacienda Merida. It's a small hotel in the Maderas National Park within Lake Nicaragua and two majestic volcanoes. The island has 40,000 people living in it, plus another 40 to 50,000 tourists that come every year, and that is increasing by 5% every year. And as the economy gets better, people can afford more junk food, more wrappings, and more plastic bags. It just builds up and builds up and builds up. There's no taxation on the garbage at all. And what that means is that there's no money to educate people not to throw it away or trash it or burn it. Burning is a common force of getting rid of the trash. Roofing material, plates, Coca-Cola cages, hey Cokes in Atlanta. Look at this stuff. Your cages are all over the place in the island. Johnson & Johnson makes this. This is a raid to killing ants. Nestle, the largest outfitter in the world when it comes to food for humans. Foaming engine degreaser by Janssens. This is from Honduras. Wait, 300 kilometers from here, this is manufactured. The mosquitoes will go in there and propagate. And now with the Zika virus going on, you don't want to have this. You can buy this at a place called Price Mart or Costco. We actually have two large stores here in Nicaragua, and their garbage is found all over Nicaragua. There's an 800 number where you can call to complain, but nobody's complaining now about the garbage. There's an 800 number here to complain about the product. Here's a Lisano. It's an orange juice. Here's a paint can. Looks like an insecticide. Here we got a moisturizing cream. Johnson & Johnson is very popular in this dump. Pemex is Petróleos Mexicanos. The Chinese products are abundant over here. We're actually walking on a lot of crap over here because there's a lot of diapers. And I don't want to pick them up. Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, all those giant multinationals are in charge of disseminating all these huge amounts of diapers. They're scattered all over the world. The tourists will buy the bottles of water and they're just left behind. So you put a plastic bag and a wrapping, Doritos, Oreo cookies, whatever stuff can you put in here, you manually compact it until you reach 400 grams of weight, and then you have a solid structure. And then once you have it in here, the wind doesn't take it away. It rains right on it. You just put a thin layer of cement underneath on the sides, and then you start building your structure up and up and up and up and up and up. The mass of the walls, the floorings, the tables is mostly taken over by plastic inside in the form of these bricks. You have a 30% reduction of the use of concrete, and you have 30% reduction of the use of gravel and sand to be able to build a wall. This is very light, so you don't have to be lifting cinder blocks and putting them in there. Each classroom that we build, we use 5,000 bottles. And if you do the math, it's more than a ton of rubbish. In total, we have 54 kids enrolled for 2016. Our average score is 94%. So most of the kids here are very, very extremely bright, good students. We have an excellent retention rate. So the same kids that were here last year, they're here this year and the previous year. Nobody pays to send their kids here. It's free. We're hoping to build 4 more classrooms within the next 4 years and 20,000 bottles that will be needed to finish the school. The financing and the funding came from the hotel's profits. In other words, you have to stick your hand in your pocket and say, here it is, and address the problems. Focus on 2 main problems, education and the environment. And those 2 things we've been focusing on for the last 15 years. Each employee has to bring in 2 bottles of compacted trash in order to get paid. If they don't bring the garbage in, they just don't get paid. If the locals want to have access to our router and get the password, it's 1 bottle of compacted trash in order to have access to the internet. And what do? They just buy it from their cousins or the aunts or family members that are into the eco-bricking too. Every massage represents 9 bottles. So if a tourist comes to this hotel, they get a massage. We purchase 9 bottles with the profits from the massage. The guys that come and take people out on tours in this wonderful island, we set aside $5, which equals 9 bottles of compacted trash, and we buy it from the locals. If we do a lot of business and a lot more tourists coming in, then automatically, for the virtue of the system that we created, the garbage is gathered, is picked up, and has an economic benefits. It creates a health benefit by people walking and exercising, because you have to walk 2 to 3 kilometers every day to go and pick up the trash. You have less pollution in the lakes and rivers and oceans, so all this stuff doesn't get washed away. You have an aesthetic benefit because the tourists are looking for clean places to visit. It closes the loop. It ends over here. It doesn't have to be transported back to somewhere else. Is less pressure on the public schools. So now we have 50 children enrolled here that are no longer in the public schools. Once you are taught at a very young age not to litter, not to throw the garbage, to be responsible, you will do it the rest of your life. So the children are getting educated by the virtue of doing eco-bricking. It has had an incredible impact in the community, because now you have fully bilingual rural children and rural teens and young people that they're out there working in different hotels and tour operators. So I'm not afraid, if you have systems in place like this, that tourism will flourish. It's when it flourishes and there's nothing done about it.